Hello, my name is Viviana Ospina and I belong to SEAD Palmira. This is for the final course evaluation. And I'm going to present my lesson plan template. And this lesson plan is aimed for a 9th grade group of students with the topic family members. And the main purpose of it is to have students learn and use properly family-related vocabulary. The specific objectives are for reading, for listening and speaking and writing, because when we do have a lesson plan, we need to take care of all the skills if possible. So, and in reading, the students should recognize the words and the vocabulary they are going to learn and also be able to use it in a short paragraph. And listening, they need to relate to the topic and be able to understand what they're listening and hearing to. And speaking, they need to discuss about family members using the learned vocabulary. And in writing, they will be applying what they learn in a short paragraph. So as you can see right here, we have a warm-up activity, and in this warm-up activity that will last about 15 minutes, usually warm-up activities need to be engaging and need to have the students' attention up front. So for this lesson in particular, I'm going to use a video so that the students can relate to the topic and open up a little bit some ideas about it, and also they can listen to different vocabulary and start wondering what is going on the class. So for that, I'm going to use this video right here, and the link is here. And then after that, the presentation part, I'm going to use a poster and flashcards. So in using a poster, the students will be able to see exactly what the teacher is teaching. Using visual material will help them relate to the new words that they're about to learn, and it will introduce the topic a little bit easier. And the flashcards also bring a little bit more visual effect on that. So for this, we'll take 30 minutes, and the teacher will be able to repeat and pronounce all the words correctly so that the students can learn how to pronounce them correctly as well. And for that, we'll be using support material from Pearson Choices. For practice, usually practice activities are activities where the students can go ahead and, like the word says, practice what they have just learned. So for this, we are going to use worksheets. It will take roughly about 30 minutes right here. And in the worksheets, they need to complete the family tree. So for this one, I'm going to use this one right here, this family tree worksheet, in which they have to read about Jack's family, right? And using the prompts here, they need to go ahead and write the answer. So it says right here, Frank is Jack's grandfather on his father's side. So they need to find in which part they need to locate the family member in a correct way. So this will help them to do the practice part. After that, we'll move on to production, in which they will need to write a short paragraph using a description of their family, so that the topic will become real and more significant to the students. And in this part, they will take approximately 45 minutes, because once they write the paragraph, then they have to share with the students. So they will be with their students and the classmates within the classroom. The purpose of this production activity is both writing and speaking, so they can review the vocabulary and also do the speaking ability. So it would take roughly about 45 minutes, and after that, we talk about assessment. And when we talk about assessment, we have formative assessment in this case. So the teacher will be constantly monitoring the students' performance so that they could get a grade, because in this particular lesson plan, we don't have an exam per se to grade this part. So it will be formative assessment to make sure that the students are comprehending, that their speaking ability is coherent, and that they have applied the knowledge that they have acquired. And finally, right here on the assignment part, I decided to do an interview in which they can practice both vocabulary, speaking abilities, also listening abilities once their parents will use English to answer back, and they have to write. So they will be using all 4 abilities in this assignment taken from this web page right here. And in these questions, they need to ask one by one. It will take them approximately 60 minutes because they are pretty easy questions, short answers, prompts that they have to share with this class on the next class that we have. Finally, the consolidation activity is a roundtable. It's conversation. So for this part, and as a closing activity, the teacher needs to make sure that the knowledge they have acquired is ready and set in their brain to use for the next class or in their real life, which is the main purpose. So in the consolidation part, we're going to have a round table that the students can share and speak about their other classmates. Maybe once they catch what the other classmates say, they can feel better about their English abilities. So the purpose of this consolidation activity is not only for them to be able to speak, but also to practice listening activities. And this will take roughly about 20 minutes since it's not going to be done to all the students, but it will be free participation. So, and this pretty much finishes the class. So I thank you for listening to me, and I hope this was clear enough. Thank you so much.